Experts say it's just like being addicted to drugs or even alcohol, and it should be taken seriously. A new report out of the UK finds that people here are looking at their phones every 12 minutes and spending about 24 hours online every week. Do you have anxiety about going phoneless? Are you unable to turn your cell off, and do you stress about running out of battery power? If so, you could be an addict.
In today's world, cell phones and social media use are an inescapable part of our lives. And although the media presents this as an existential threat to the well-being of society, the Collegiate wanted to know how these platforms are affecting our students' lives. In this piece, we asked 3 students at our college about their experiences with social media. Additionally, we interviewed Frank Connor, professor of psychology and department head, to explain why these platforms affect students the way they do and how students can minimize their harmful effects.
12, 13 is when I first got Instagram. I just noticed all of my friends had either Snapchat or Instagram, and I was like, I want to be included.
At our core, we are social animals. We're not very strong. We don't run very fast. We don't climb trees, etc. The only way that we survived as a species is that we created groups. So social media is simply an extension of that.
I don't know, after I got it, it was just like I was always on my phone.
It's definitely like a distraction. Like TikTok, you can get lost in that. You can spend like 3-4 hours just like scrolling, and you just lose time. Like you don't even know. And it's like hard to get off of.
It's also literally addictive. Once you start a social media account or accounts, and once you start using it, every time you check your phone or check your computer, etc., you actually get this little bitty squirt of dopamine. And dopamine is essentially the happy drug. It's a neurotransmitter that brings joy. And you kind of know that to be true also, that you're somewhat addicted to it, because if somebody tells you you can't use social media for a period of time, you feel a kind of sense of withdrawal. It's like you're taking away this happy drug of mine.
Snapchat is probably one that got like out of hand for me for a while. Like beginning of high school, like Snapchat streaks were like my entire life, and I would get literally stressed if I was about to lose a streak or something. And I was definitely choosing to Snapchat over my homework.
You know, there's some real research around the correlation between the lack of student success correlated to the amount of time they spend online. But when you look at the research, when you drill down further, yes, students who spend more time online on average have lower grades. But it's again the kind of time that they spend on time. If students are online in social groups that are part of their academic peers, they actually do better.
Things like Instagram, that's people putting out like their best images, their best like times. So it kind of makes you feel, it's me feel like I'm not doing enough. Like it kind of makes me insecure, I guess.
Human beings make meaning out of comparison. That, I mean, there's no objective standard for being a human being. Well, the reality is most people lie in social media. I mean, it's not intentional, but what they're doing is basically putting together their best self. You know, they're putting together pictures of them vacationing or going to the beach. They celebrate things. That's not a real picture of the person's life. But when you get on, you forget that. Think about your own life and where do you have those same sorts of positive experiences. And turn it off sometimes.
I just realized that I'm like, what am I even doing sitting here looking at my phone watching all these videos that mean absolutely nothing?
It's changing everybody because it's such a different, like especially Gen Z, because we didn't grow up without it, honestly.
If social media has been part of your native world from the day you were born, then you have a much more natural relationship with it versus somebody who's trying to figure out and struggle with it. If you're going to use it in part as a social site where you get together with friends and you have dialogue. The companies that create the social media sites, they want your money. So they're going to try and suck you in, and they're going to show you things, and your friends are going to show things. Just pause for a moment and think about the purpose of this site. It's not to make you happy.